What's up, what's up? It's Saucy Rossy, the Canadian king of backyard barbecue, and the weather outside has been absolutely miserable for about 8 or 9 days now. I don't really have a chance to do much barbecue, and so I thought I'd show you how to use a fancy mustard, like this Atlantic Mustard Mill Campfire mustard with whiskey, and make some delicious sweet and sour meatballs. So come on for the ride. Now, for this recipe, I'm not really focused too much on making the meatballs. It's more the sauce. So just quickly throw some meatballs together. You can find lots of recipes online. For mine, I just simply threw some breadcrumbs in with some meat, some salt and pepper. There was an onion in there as well. Then I just portioned them into like golf ball size round meatballs. Pretty straightforward. This recipe is pretty basic. You can get way better meatballs, so I highly recommend checking out some awesome meatball recipes out there. But this sauce is what's really important here, so let's check that out, okay? So I went ahead and rolled all this meat out. I got about, I don't know, like 20 or so meatballs in my I got them in my casserole skillet here, my Amazon Basics casserole skillet. And then I put them in the oven at 350, and that's going to go in there for about 15 minutes. Now, then I'm going to prepare my sauce. I'm going to get it ready. I'm going to go back to the oven. I'm going to up that temperature to about 375 for another 45 minutes and let them braise in that sauce with this Atlantic Mustard Mill Campfire with whiskey mustard. It's delicious. Check this out. Like, this looks wonderful. I've been really into mustards lately, and I've been really enjoying Atlantic Mustard Mill's mustards. They're just so gourmet. I don't know what it is, but it really helps elevate the dish. Something about it, I don't know, it just makes that presentation perfect. So let's go ahead and make that sauce. We're going to take 1.5 cups of ketchup, 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, half a cup of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of this mustard Campfire with whiskey sauce, and then 1.5 cups of brown sugar. So again, real quick, 1.5 cups of ketchup, 1.5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, half a cup of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of the mustard you choose. I'm choosing the Atlantic Mustard Mill Campfire with whiskey mustard, and 1.5 cups of brown sugar. Now, it's really important when you are making this sauce that you give it a quick taste after you give it a mix. When I actually gave it a taste, I decided to add a 4th tablespoon. It may have even been a bit more. You can check it out here in a split second. Of the mustard. And it's mainly just because I really enjoy that tang that the mustard adds to this sauce. Where this sweet and sour sauce is all about that, that combination of flavors, I think this mustard just does a great job elevating that. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but I just love it. So let's go in there, check out that Atlantic Mustard Mill Campfire whiskey again, and we're going to get it right in here. So let's add that in. Now, any mustard should work for this recipe, but remember, if you do have a chance to get a gourmet mustard, I highly recommend doing that. Normally, those mustards have a lot better flavor profile and have unique kind of flavors to go along with them. Like, for example, the smoky Campfire taste and the whiskey. Like, smoke and whiskey just go together. So by adding those flavors into your mustard, then adding that mustard into the sauce, you really get that perfect little mixture there. So now that we got all the wet ingredients into the bowl, let's give this just a little jostle, then a good stir. I'm using just my hand and a whisk. You can use a mixing utensil if you really want. A whisk should be fine. Honestly, just a fork should be fine. Just make sure you're giving it a good stir and getting things really incorporated. And then once you do give it that good stir, we're going to go in with that brown sugar, okay? So again, we got the brown sugar all in there. Give it a good mix. I want to see that fully incorporated in. That's what's important here. Getting everything mixed together and kind of in as a solution, okay? So at this point, I gave it my quick test, and I decided, hey, I want a little bit more of that mustard. So you can see there's my there's my tablespoon. It's probably more like a tablespoon and a half now that I'm actually watching this back. But yeah, you do you. What's important is you just taste the sauce and make it to what you think tastes delicious. So I thought this tasted delicious. So I went back to the oven after about 15 minutes and I poured that sauce all over these meatballs. Now, you don't have to get it like directly on top. You just have to get it in the skillet with them, okay? And then once I got them fully covered like that, I put them back in and I actually threw a lid on it. I didn't show that there. So let them cook for about 45 more minutes up at 375. And this is the final product. We've got these just braising away in that liquid. It looks absolutely delicious. These sweet and sour meatballs are going to be fantastic. And one of the great things about sweet and sour meatballs is you can just kind of like set them out and people can pick at them with toothpicks. They're a great little appetizer. You can also do up a wonderful little bed of rice and then just have yourself a nice little sweet and sour meatball meal. Like, it's just so simple and it's such a wonderful recipe this time of year. It really keeps you warm when the winter months roll through, eh? Anyway, so check this out. I just plated it up. Nothing special, right? Just some rice, but I really think this mustard's special. Atlantic Mustard Mill, Campfire with whiskey. It's stone milled gourmet mustard, and it's just a 10 out of 10. Adding it into your recipes is a must try. So thanks again for watching. I make recipe videos all the time. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Take care.